for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yeah. It's your boy Young Milligan, aka Rashad Milligan. And if you're new to the channel, this is the road to 5K. Subs. Okay, man. So March Madness today. Today was pretty, like, on the women's side, it was a bit more quiet than it was last night and yesterday. I ain't even gonna lie to you, I was probably just a little more invested into last night's games with because I had Iowa State winning in the field of 64 against Michigan. So I really wanted to see if Iowa State was even gonna make it to the field of 64 game. And then I had to watch Southern, HBCU, Louisiana team and stuff like that. So I just had kind of like a little more interest in those two games last night. Tonight, I know the last game was William and Mary. Once again, shout out to Nathan Knight, Hawks legend, William and Mary legend, you know what I mean? Things of that sort. Yeah. That game, who they play? They played, the game just went off. It was like University of Northern Iowa, UNI. And that was a pretty good game until about the final minute. And then UNI just pulled away. No. William and Mary pulled away from UNI. I'm tripping. I'm tweaking. Women's basketball. Yeah. Northern Iowa. No. Northern Iowa lost to Florida. Oh, I'm mixing all the games. All my games. Oh, my goodness. All right. Okay. Let me get this right. So who did William and Mary play? I thought this was going to be such a smooth opening. I had so much on my mind because we have so much to tackle today. But William and Mary beat High Point tonight, 69-63, a pretty nice score. So that was tonight with William and Mary, and they pulled away in the final minute because it was a 1-point game, 2-point game, 3-point game. They were kind of trading buckets, trading leads, and things of that sort, and that's how it ended up. So that was a cool game, but like I said, it just wasn't there for me. What was interesting though today on the men's side with McNeese winning the game. Beating Clemson, that was pretty cool and stuff like that. They didn't just beat Clemson, they beat down Clemson. It wasn't even close until the end where Clemson fought so hard to make it close. They made it a 3-point game, and then I think they only lost by 2 technically because they hit a layup at the buzzer. But it is what it is, man. Shout out to McNeese. Will Wade, you know what I'm saying? A coach that is a good coach, dude. Like, He picked up like LSU men's basketball when no one cared about LSU men's basketball and made them a formidable team and had a good real run with LSU men's basketball, and then go over to mid-major after being kicked out for being alleged of like cheating and things of that sort, to go to a mid-major and lift them over Clemson. He took the job obviously at NC State and North Carolina State and things of that sort, but he was celebrating so much, and I think he was so happy because it was like, I left the McNeese family, the Mavericks and everything like that. I left them with the win. So with the tournament win, which is all you want at a mid-major. All you want to do is make the tournament and win a game in a tournament. That's all you want to really accomplish at a mid-major. Unless you're Gonzaga, then you want to win it all. But yeah, man, shout out to Will Wade. Be interesting to see how he handles NC State next year as well. So there's that on the men's side. The Alabama State game, I was tuned into that too. Alabama State and Auburn. Alabama State made it really interesting in the first half, and then Auburn just kind of slowly pulled away in the second half and ended up winning by 20. So, yeah, man, that's what it was, dude. That's what it was. Pretty interesting day of hoops. Like I said, more so probably interesting on the men's side than the women's side, but it is what it is. Now, the first topic that we have in the title, Mina Kimes, versus RGIII, Megatron. So anyways, Mina Kimes, pretty much Mina Kimes just said what I focused on yesterday and what a lot of other people were saying. She won around the horn yesterday, and she took her time of her victory speech, her minute, to shout out the story of Jackie Robinson and his military era and things of that sort, and being arrested and ultimately acquitted and then honorably discharged from the Army later on, or from the military after refusing to go to the back of the bus 10 years before Rosa Parks did it. And, just overall, just amazing story that I had no idea about, that they wiped away from the website of the Department of Defense for a few hours. And so Mina Kimes did that. Oh, thank you, Mina. It's a great deal, right? Apparently, it became controversial. Like people were like, oh, and one of those people that said something was RG3. Sports TV should be about sports and not politics. Yikes, RG3. Yikes, RG. RG3 is literally fighting for his life every single time he uploads on X. Every time he uploads his family, I called it X. See, they're brainwashing. The brainwashing might be working just a little bit. If I ever get too far off track and I veer off, y'all let me know, Rashad. I think they got you. But anyways, RG3, he went up there and was like, you know what I'm saying? People have gotten on this dude a long time, bro, about his family, to the point where he'll bring up his family's race without anybody mentioning it. And you'll be like, dude, no one brought up the fact that your wife's white or your kids are mixed. But he always like, yeah, it doesn't matter the content of the color, the character, the skin. I love my daughters. And like it has. And then he pinned it. RG3, what are you doing? This tweet is not about Jackie Robinson. So why did you tweet it after people wanted to cancel or whatever the case might be over Mina Kimes bringing up on a sports show winning 60 seconds? First of all, the fact that show's being canceled is trash. Trash. Thumbs down. 2 thumbs down. But it also shows just the difference of kind of like the evolution of cable TV, right? Like a lot of less and less people are subscribing to cable TV, but they will subscribe to certain services and YouTube TV or something like that to tune in to watch the game. That's what's going to keep cable TV alive and streaming services and all these things. Paid subscription sites alive and streaming services are these live games. So, the big three of Elle Duncan and oh my goodness, Shanae Wumake and Tennessee, Andrea Carter. I cannot believe I blanked out on their names. But the big three of them, that's always going to be a thing in the women's basketball space because people going to watch games. You know what I'm saying? So they're always going to be around. They're always going to be a thing. The TNT guys, whether it's them or some different variant of it at NBC next year with Melo and Blake Griffin, that's always going to be a thing regardless of what happens, right? And so now here, with shows like Around the Horn, everything that isn't a debate show, it is being poofed away because the ratings aren't there. Because overall, people just aren't subscribing to cable like they were. And I guess people use cable or tune in every morning to First Take because Stephen A has become a larger than life personality that is just as big, if not bigger, than the ESPN brand at this point, outside of live sporting events, to be honest. So yeah, with that being said, it's trash that they're getting rid of Around the Horn, even though those are the facts and the numbers probably support that. That's the reason why they're getting rid of that show. Shout out to PTI, shout out to Around the Horn, shout out to Tony Reali. I told him, thank you so much for inspiring an entire generation. And he said, thank you so much, Rashawn, for the kind words. And I was like, this is a top 5 moment of my life. But anyways, so she's speaking about something that is important, bro. And the fact that RG3 is like talking down on it is crazy. And to even say this tweet isn't about Jackie Robinson, it's obviously about Jackie Robinson because it was the number one trend. See, the thing of Mina Kimes saying the thing I'm going to show you the numbers just so you guys see what's going on right here. I'm going to show you guys the numbers instead so you guys see what's going on. Share this tab instead. Mina Kimes, bro. This 8,000 retweets, 46,000 likes, and 4.2 million views. So you just happen to come across your timeline something with 4 million views that people are making a wide range thing to kick Mina Kimes off of ESPN, and you have no idea where this tweet came from. Sports on TV shows should be about sports and not politics. Boy, if you don't get... And this is disappointing for me, RG3, because I met RG, pulling back the curtain. I met RG3 last year very briefly on a red carpet in Vegas, and I interviewed him alongside of Donovan McNabb, and I asked him one question. Of course, if I see RG3, I'm gonna want to ask him a bunch of questions about the Rob Parker situation, about battling with this race, battling with his identity, battling with his insecurities of marrying a white woman, and him constantly bringing it up without people even asking him about it, right? All of these things. However, it was just time for one question because these boys were trying to go into the party. It's a Shannon Sharp party. So I said, okay, cool. I said, it was, I think Patrick Mahomes or somebody. I was just like, the black quarterback, when you see the evolution of the black quarterback, when most of the league's black quarterbacks at the time where you guys were in the league, it was more of a novelty of black starting quarterbacks in the NFL because quarterback position has always been correlated to smarts and brains. And it was always like black players play the skill positions because they're more athletic and naturally talented that way, while the quarterbacks are normally and traditionally white because they have the knowledge and the smarts and the wits to remember an entire playbook and run an offense and lead an NFL team. So they give me this answer and it's great. And RG3 is like very enthusiastic to me about black quarterbacks and how much that means to him as a black quarterback. So to see this a year later is very disappointing. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. It's very disappointing. And it's sad, all of those things. And here we go. This tweet is not about Jackie Robinson. So first off, you're lying. You're lying. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Come on, man. We're lying off top. His significance can never and should never be erased. What was Mina Kimes talking about to get people to say stop talking about something that isn't about sports? She was talking about Jackie Robinson. She was talking about race, political things that a current administration is trying to wipe out woke and DEI education, aka black, trying to wipe out black history, trying to wipe out African-American history education out of the schools, out of everybody's memory, take it away from the official Department of Defense websites. That's where this entire speech came from, segment came from Mina Kimes. This statement, first of all, you lied in the first sentence. Second sentence, you literally made it political. What are we talking about? His significance can never and should never be erased. Why is this relevant to what happened yesterday? Because the Trump administration had the Department of Defense delete the web page on their website about Jackie Robinson's military era. And when asked about it, they brought up the words DEI and woke. That is 100% political. Because what has Trump said? We're going to get woke out of the curriculum. What does that even mean? Black? Well, we know what it means now. It means black. We're going to get rid of black history education in the schools. So first sentence was a lie. Second sentence was political. After you said this stuff shouldn't be political, it should be about sports. So you're 0 for 2, buddy. Breaking the color barrier in baseball in itself is not political. That is wrong. Once again, if anybody should know how race has become political, it should be you, RG3. Your entire career, politics, reputation has followed along the lines of race. Rob Parker, NABJ OG, one of the people that's always going to look out for you. He looked out for me. 2018 NABJ conference in Detroit. Rob Parker sends a message out to the sports task force. Hey, I'm trying to help out the young brothers. If you're in college or fresh out of school, in the first couple of years of your career, and you might not have the money to get a tailored suit, send me your measurements. I'll get you a suit. Rob Parker got me a suit, bro. Did not know me from a can of paint. I'm just a youngin' coming out of school. Probably, I don't know how much the suit costs. Probably, if I had to guess, between $200, $400, man. That's Rob Parker, bro. Real solid brother, bro. Real solid individual. Put his money where his mouth is. Gives me game. All this stuff. And I don't even know Rob like that. I don't have his number. I don't call, text him. Like some of my homies do. You know what I'm saying? They work with him with MLB Bro and stuff like that. I got homies from Michigan and Detroit. That's cool. Tight like this with Rob. You know what I'm saying? Can call him, can text him anytime. Rob has never been a fake for sure. So a large part of your career that people recognize is you going up and Rob Parker calling you a cornball brother and not an actual brother, insinuating that he didn't really think you was really black, which I'm against. I'm always against that. But then it's like a decade later, you just proving dude right, bro. Just proving him right. You're just proving him right. Like I said, I don't believe in not black enough, but the way you moving in your blackness is crazy, dude. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if you just think because he got a white wife or whatever, it ain't just he got a white wife and this and that, right? It's the fact that out of his way, every holiday he posts a full family picture, and he always says something about it's not about the color of their skin. We're all in love at the same. Nobody brought it up, bro. You the one that brought it up. Feel like you brought it up out of insecurity or something, bro. And then he does videos where he did a video of his wife doing squats. And this happened like a couple years ago, right? And then they said, shut up, bro. Your wife is white. And he said, me. And it was a video of his wife doing squats. And then they was like, what are you talking about, RG3? And he like eventually explained, oh, people would assume since my wife is white, she don't have curves. So So they saying, okay, so you comparing her to the features that are usually associated with black women. Like it's just a lot of stuff that just like keeps, it's very bad with RG3 in terms of like his relationship with his race, his entire career. So if anybody, once again, should understand the intersection of sports and politics and race, it should be RG3, bro. He's got I feel like he has a grudge against, I don't want to say woke or DEI, black. There's something there, bro. I don't know what it is in his childhood, or if it was like he was never accepted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he always fought to be accepted and he was never fully accepted, and he's still not being accepted his entire life. And he just never got past that. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. But it's something there that's obviously just like cracking at him. Breaking the color barrier in baseball itself is not political. That's false. Jesse Owens winning 4 medals in itself was not political. That's false. Jack Johnson becoming the first black. Like he brought up literally the most political moments in sports. Literally all of them, except for like the guys on the podium doing the fist. You know, literally everything else. Shout out Carlos. Literally everything else, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, dude. Jack Johnson becoming the first black boxing heavyweight champ in itself was not political. They all have political ramifications. They all challenge the status quo of racial barriers to fair play, race relations, and civil rights. Well, when it was against the law, RG3, back in these days where folks broke barriers, well, you couldn't even whites only on the this the whites water fountain. This the black water fountain. This the whites bathroom. This the blacks bathroom. This is a whites only restaurant. No Negroes. When you do these events among white professional athletes, when the law is literally at the time, segregation is cool. Like you can do it openly with the sign that say whites only at the front and not get in trouble, not get in no. That is literally political. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about here, man? They all have political ramifications. They all challenge the status quo. What are you talking about? You saying a bunch of nothing right now, bro. It's making me mad because you're saying a bunch of nothing. And it's like people have tried to talk sense into you for the past 13 years. At least on this new level that you've been, you know what I'm saying? This level of fame. It's 2025. I'm thinking it's 2023. For the past 15 years, RG3 people have been trying to talk sense into your brain, bro. And you just been like ignoring it, or like something's not clicking. I ain't even gonna make no football jokes, but something's not clicking, bro. And you an intelligent brother. You an intelligent man, bro. I see the football breakdowns. You can still break down film like you a wizard, bro. I seen you break down film on your YouTube channel sometimes and like equate it to anime. I'm like, how does his brain even work this way? But it's entertaining, and I bet for people that enjoy anime, they would just love this. You're very smart, RG3. Why are you acting so dense and stupid to something that seems so simple and in your face? People don't even have to tell you. You live this. You married to a white woman. You see that. You married to a white woman with millions of followers. You got 2.2 million followers. You see this every single day. You deal with this every single day. And to act like you don't, and you don't know what's going on, and you're so naive, and you just is a slap in the face to black people, bro. It's a slap in the face to the black community, to your family, to your mom's side of the family, to your everybody, bro. Your aunties, your uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, everybody, bro. Like, why? Why, RG3? You're an intelligent man, a kind person, and to come after Mina after this and then act like you didn't, like, show your hands and then try to hide them and act like you wasn't coming at Mina when you was obviously coming after Mina. Come on, bro. That's weak and that's whack, dude. They shouldn't be using the excuse to push political agendas on sports shows on national television to an audience that's there to consume sports content. I'm so sorry I made you uncomfortable. I brought up the fact that Jackie Robinson was black on a sports show. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, man? Like, legit, what are we talking, man? All right, anyways, Jesse Kelly comes up here. What did he say? I just want all you young men to know that there was a time when you turned on any sport and it'll be full of dudes being dudes for sports highlights and funny lines, dunks, big football hits. Now you get handpecked and scolded like you forgot to take out the trash. This is 54 seconds of a 30-minute sports. Have y'all ever seen ESPN? What are we talking about right now, bro? Y'all take clips and just act like it's the whole world. The reason why Mina Kimes took this time up is obviously because they didn't address it during the show. It wasn't a topic. This was after 25 minutes of them talking about the sports topics of the day. 54 seconds. Oh, woke is ruining everything. They won't just shut up and dribble. They won't just shut up and dribble no more. They want to complain. They want to take a knee. They don't want to stand for the flag. It's so annoying. What are we doing? She said, number one, I do hours and hours of football programming every week. Sorry you were triggered by 54 seconds of someone talking about Jackie Robinson's legacy. Number two, you're not even sports fans. Keep grifting, though. I started checking out college football when I checked out of the dirt ball NFL. The college thing wasn't intentional. Just kind of happened. I see stuff like this, and it makes me realize I checked out at the right time. Y'all let these spoiled brats sign contracts now? He's talking about young men. Y'all do this, y'all do that. You definitely don't know ball if you don't know Mina. Mina Kimes talk about football more than anybody else. As a matter of fact, when people complain about the NBA being too entertainment centric, centered and everything like that, and not focusing on the actual basketball, they point to the NFL and Mina Kimes in our coverage of the NFL, bro. What are we talking about right now? Mina Kimes can break down the Saints quarterback situation, the last place team in the NFC South, just as well as she can break down the Cleveland Browns situation, the same way she could break down the Los Angeles Chargers situation, the same way that she could break down San Francisco 49ers and what's the difference between them being a winning team and one game away, one half away from a Super Bowl to being literally like one of the worst teams in the league now. Like, she can break down all of this stuff, dude. That's Mina Kimes. She talks about it on our podcast. She talks about it on NFL Live. She talks about it on Around the Horn when she's on there. Any program she's on, she breaks down. She knows ball better than anybody, bro. She said she was going to be on the Saints fans podcast because she was advocating for the Spencer Rattler agenda, right? And then Spencer Rattler finally got in, and she said, "I'll go on your podcast if he throws 3 touchdowns on Sunday." And he didn't throw the 3 touchdowns, but it's stuff like that that's just like she's in the trenches of the NFL. It ain't just no Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. It ain't just no Jaden Daniels and Jared Goff. She's in there, like she's talking about the New York Giants, the New York Jets, the Dallas Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to rant the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, that's a bad example because those are like kind of good teams or like big market teams. But you get what I'm trying to say, man. She knows the stuff. She can talk to you about the Arizona Cardinals for 15 minutes straight, uninterrupted. Like, who can talk about the state of the Arizona Cardinals that isn't an Arizona Cardinals fan right now? They got Kyle Murray. Hollywood Brown, he ain't on the, it's like, who can talk like that? Mina Kimes can. But nah. She don't talk about football. She just bring up the woke agenda. And that's what's wrong with ESPN. Man, I did that video on Caitlin Clark talking about ESPN not putting Caitlin Clark in the top 5 women's college basketball players of all time, right? I comment and I let all the comments slide, you know what I'm saying? Let your opinions out and stuff like that. ESPN trash this and that. But someone said ESPN has just pretty much become an extension of BET now. And I'm like, we not doing that, brother. What is y'all talking about? ESPN has become an extension of BET. Man, y'all really try to mask y'all racism, prejudice, in the sports conversation and these sports debates. And when someone calls it out, they reach in and they woke and they the agenda and yeah, shut up. How about that? I ain't even know I was gonna do all that. I apologize, Mama, if you watch this. I should have kept my cool. Anyways, let's go to this. Rice University. They highlighted a recent research article that was just published, I think, if not this week, like sometime recently. And Rice University wrote about the research article, as most research articles, is probably like hundreds and hundreds of pages. So I'm just going to read the like kind of overview of it from Rice University. Study suggests racial bias in the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark debate examines how social media is changing the game. With the March Madness just around the corner, the spotlight is once again on college basketball. And with it, the conversations around race, competition, and media narratives in sports. A newly published study from Rice University and the University of Illinois, Chicago takes a data-driven look at one of the more polarizing sports controversies in recent memory: the Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark debate from the 2023 NCAA Championship. During the Elite Eight game, Iowa's star guard Caitlin Clark made a now famous "You Can't See Me" hand gesture, a taunt originally popularized by wrestler John Cena, and Tony Yayo, rapper Tony Yayo, without much controversy. However, when LSU's Angel Reese made the exact same gesture towards Clark in the closing moments of the national title game, the reaction was starkly different. Some media personalities and fans criticized Reese as classless and sportsmanlike, while others defended her, leading to a nationwide discussion about the double standards in sports, race, and gender. Now, a new study quantifies what many have already suspected. Public and media reactions to Reese and Clark were not just different, but racialized. Doctoral candidate Shahil Parsons, alongside computer. Oh, hold on now. Hold on. Reading fundamentals now. Alongside computational, alongside computational. Here we go. We're going to start from the top. Doctoral candidate Shahil Parsons, alongside computational analyst Ian Kennedy, analyzed 700,000 tweets from before, during, and after the game to unpack the racial dynamics at play. The study, published in the Sage Journals, found that while Clark was largely celebrated, Reese was disproportionately criticized, often with racial undertones. This wasn't just social media chatter. This was a real time reflection of how race and gender shape public perceptions, Parsons said. Reese and Clark did the same thing, but the responses weren't just different, they were completely opposite. That contrast tells us a lot about how biases still operates today. Parsons' research builds on the concept of colorblind racism, a framework by sociologist Eduardo Bonilla Silva, which explains how racial bias persists through coded language rather through overt discrimination. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Even if people don't know the term colorblind racism, they recognize when a black woman is called classless, while a white woman doing the same thing is praised as competitive, Parsons said. We set out to measure that dynamic, and the results were eye opening. One of the study's most surprising findings, while racial bias was rampant, so was the pushback. We expected to see the racial bias, but we didn't expect to see the level of resistance to it. People may not always know the academic terms like colorblind racism, but they know the injustice when they see it. Social media gave them the platform to call it out in real time. Notably, high profile figures like LeBron James and Shaquille O'Neal publicly defended Reese, challenging the double standards at play. This suggests while social media can reinforce biases, it can also serve as a tool for accountability. Beyond basketball, the study speaks to a larger cultural shifts of how race, gender, and public narratives intersect. This study proves that marginalized voices are not powerless, Parsons said. We can counter racial narratives in real time using the very same platforms where these biases emerge. The full story, I'm telling my sons about this, is available now. Salute, bro. Salute, bro. Oh no, I might reach out to y'all joker for real. I might reach out to y'all joker for real. Y'all just said something, twin. Shout out to Rice University. Shout out to the University of Illinois, Chicago. 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 It's a city that's inviting. It's a city that's exciting. It's a city that's exciting just for me. It's the thing I'm really feeling. I think I'm really feeling. It's a city that's just for me. Chicago. Chicago. If you know, you know. But yeah, man. Um, I think it's stating the obvious, kind of what we've all said. I think it's the reason why it popped so much. And yeah, but I mean, hey, at least it turned out to be more eyes on the game, bro. So yeah, but that being said, that's it. That's all I have to say, man. That's all I have to say right now. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? We are going to hip hop news now. Some darker hip hop news. Just a heads up, flash warning. Darker hip hop news here. K Flock. So K Flock, the young New York rapper, drill rapper, has been found guilty on multiple charges in his New York RICO case, Inner City Press reports. On the second day of deliberations, Thursday, March 20th, the jury convicted K Flock, born Kevin Perez, of racketeering conspiracy, use of a blink, resulting in unalive, attempted blah blah, and dangerous, link, and aid to racketeering, and the use of a blink for attempted blink and a blink of a blink. He was acquitted on one charge, blink in aid of racketeering in connection to the 2021 unaliving of Hasakar Hernandez. K Flock is scheduled to be sentenced on July 16th. He is facing the possibility of a life sentence. Jeez. How old is K Flock? K Flock gotta be like max 22, right? It's gotta be like max 22. Let me see if he said anything. I'm trying to see if I can see. Nah, nothing. I just clicked on the story on XXL. I don't see a comment from his team. He's 21. Whole life gone at 21, potentially. Crazy, dude. And next is Yellow Beezy. That's on me, baby. Got on the shot on. Sorry. Yellow Beezy was charged with the capital unaliving of Mo 3. Rest in peace to Mo 3. Rest in peace to Caleb Wilson. Rest in peace to Lotto Savage. Rest in peace to Bankroll Fresh. Rest in peace to DJ Unk. Rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. He's accused of hiring Kevin White, the shooter, the blue, who chased down Moultrie down the highway to carry out the targeted hit for a bounty. The state versus Marquise Conway. The grand jury of Dallas County, state of Texas, duly organized in the January term AD 2025 of the Criminal District Number 4 of said county, upon this oath to present and to said the court at said term that Marquise Conway, herein called the defendant, on about the 11th day of November 2020 in the county of Dallas, state of Texas, did then and there intentionally and knowingly cause the unaliving of Melvin Noble, an individual hereinafter called deceased, by employing Keon White. Why did it say Kevin White? Is his name Keon White? Is his name Keon White or Kevin White? It's stuff like that that gets me tied up. Is it Keon White or Kevin White? I guess I'll look at the Department of Justice now. Yeah, here it is right here. The Department of Justice.gov. The man accused of the state of unaliving rapper Mo3 was sentenced to 105 months in federal prison for a firearm crime announced by the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, Chad E. Meacham. Kewan Dontrell White, 23. He was 23. Oh my gosh, boy, y'all boys be stupid, bro. So how many is 105 months? Let me see. 105 months. 105 divided by 12. So that's 8 years. So he got 8 years. That's it. He just got 8 years. He got 9 years nearly. That's it. Eight and 3/4. Kewan Dontrell White pleaded guilty in May in possession to a firearm to help by a convicted felon. He was sentenced Tuesday. In plea papers, Mr. White, who had previously been convicted of felony offenses involving the unauthorized use of motor vehicles and evading arrest and detention, possessed a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Law enforcement discovered a pistol in his pants pocket on August 16, 2020. And they observed Mr. White commit a traffic violation on his dirt bike while driving down West Pleasant Run Road in Lancaster, Texas. Officers attempted to pull him over. The defendant ignored their lights and sirens and fled the scene. Officers gave chase. Mr. White then crashed his dirt bike and fled on foot. Officers pursued and detained him at a short time later. Mr. White has also been charged by Dallas County for the of 28-year-old rapper Melvin Noble, known as Mo3. That case remains pending. He was only 28. These kids be young, bro. Rest in peace, Mo3. Mr. White is presumed innocent on the state charges until proven guilty in a court of law. In the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the Dallas Police Department conducted the investigation with the assistance of Duncanville and Lancaster Police Departments. The U.S. Marshal Service assisted in the arrest. Assistant U.S. Attorneys Myra Boheim and Abe McLaughlin prosecuted the case. Jeez Louise, brother. The good news is I'm getting paid. The bad news is they gave you life. Anyways, Kewan White for the rumination and the promises of rumination, namely the United States currency from the defendant, and pursuant to said agreement, Kewan White did then and intentionally and knowingly caused the unalive of said deceased by the shooting of a firearm and deadly weapon. Jeez Louise, man. Hate to see it. Kind of just dumb stuff, bro. Just dumb stuff. Hold on. Let me pull up my old joint. Yeah, we do it like that. Hold on, give me a second now. Got all this on that's on me, baby. Just dumb, bro. All right, here we go. Isolated with him.
Could you play a nerd right now? If I told Della Beezy, you are playing the school nerd 3, 2, 1. Like, would you be able to do it on the spot?
I don't know, but I can try, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm yeah,
can you play it? No. Here's an ultimate question. I seen this on Breakfast Club when they talked to Soldier Boy about like, can you be a cop? If they paid you to be, could you be a cop?
You gonna have to make me a cricket cop. I'm letting you know that you gonna have to. I'm gonna be. I gotta be something like the Denzel trainer day.
King Kong, I ain't got
nothing
right
on
now.
me. Yeah, I ain't got. We ain't gonna compare me to Denzel yet, man. Like I ain't with step one. You already trying to put me on the mount.
Can you cry on the spot? Can Yellow Beezy cry on the spot?
I damn near can.
Could you play a nerd?
That was a whole interview. Felt like kind of just light times and everything like that. It's upsetting to see, bro. It's really upsetting to see like Yellow Beezy is not. Oh. And Mo3 was 28 at the time. The Keywan White dude was 23 at the time of the sentencing in 2022. Yellow Beezy is now 33, bro. And if Mo3, what that happened? That happened 2020. So he was 28 at the time too. 3 young brothers, lives all drastically different over beef. This one is crazy because, you know what I'm saying? I think it's whack, first of all, that the footage came out at this specific time and things of that sort of this situation. But I feel like as a responsible thing to do, it's like we gonna hold other people accountable, right? So it's like if we're gonna hold other people accountable, you got to do your job. In a time that a lot of people are celebrating Carti, including me, I have an entire video saying I'm proud of Carti, everything like that, of how far he's come, headlining Rolling Loud, and like having thousands and thousands of kids on pace to sell 300,000 copies first week of I Am Music, things of that sort. You also have the other side of the man of where Iggy Azalea has been calling him out for years and years. And I remember this situation from a couple years ago. The fact that it's just coming out today, the footage is telling on the first week of his album being out, right after performing, headlining, Rolling Out. I think it's telling, but you know, regardless, I'm gonna continue to do my job. I wrote a story about this when he was arrested and stuff like that and everything a few years ago. But I had no idea who the girlfriend was because I just don't really keep up with that stuff. I'm doing it a little more now just because I'm going live on my YouTube channel every day, but I really never kept up with that stuff. This is Brandy in the thumbnail. I didn't know Brandy used to date Playboi Carti. And Brandy, I know her because, you know, well, I mean, obviously Carti from Atlanta, but Brandy's from like my neck of the woods. She's from our county. I don't know her, but we have a lot of mutual friends. I know a lot of being in the creative space of like journalism and media and stuff like that. I have a lot of photographer friends, and a lot of them shot and worked with her. Last time I seen Brandy in person was at Lennox, and that was like maybe 2018, 2019. So I had no idea that she was dating Carti. I had no idea that she was pregnant. I didn't know she had a kid. I didn't know that the girl, the victim, the entire time was Brandy. Brandy, for those of y'all don't know, like she was like, I think she still is, but popping on Instagram. You know, always just kind of been one of them ones. You know, especially like in the city of Atlanta and stuff like that. She just kind of Atlanta staple on Instagram. At least back in the day, I don't be on Instagram like that anymore.
You go, police?
After 2625. Keep mine on a black Ford F-150. Tom Frank Lincoln 28902.
What's going on?
I was just attacked by a person that lives here and the people that work for him. And
Do you live here? Okay.
But as soon as I called, they fled. So
In what car?
it was a black SUV truck. I'm not sure if it was Lincoln, Escalade, but
What brought you here today?
I'm not sure if someone else's car is still here because there were 2 cars.
What brought you here today?
This is one pregnant, and this is the father of my child's house who also lives here with him. And he came to my house earlier with just trying to solve problems, going through my trash and everything. So I came here to see what's going on. Just escalated. And then I think that's the Mercedes people that I called to call. That's still on the phone.
Mercedes called us.
Well, I had to press the SOS because I couldn't get to my phone.
Gotcha.
In my car, and she's still talking. I don't know if she's
So
talking to me.
the guy lives here.
Mm-hmm.
And like, does he own the place? Own this house? Or is it his parents?
What she said?
Grandparents?
What she said?
What do you mean by he attacked you? Like how?
Jumped on me, choked me.
Today you guys were supposed to see each other. Did he know that you were pregnant?
Yeah, I'm almost 4 months now.
Okay, so you
So
came
he
here
came
today.
to my house
You came here today to talk or
to see what
hang
the
out?
problem was, but it escalated. He came to my house with an issue, and I came back here to see what the issue was. He came and I have it in my car. He brought up paternity test. So I'm like, I don't understand. Come here to see what the problem is. And of course, it escalates. I guess we're both of us already doing it.
So you guys were already arguing everything. How did he attack you?
I'm standing there, and he just ran up on me and grabbed me by my neck. Pushed me down on dirty the trees. I think I scraped my back.
Oh, so he was outside.
I can't.
Yeah.
Can you change the address?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Up on the tree.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. It ain't looking good, bro. Ain't looking good, bro.
In dirt, all of that, and then I get up, try to get into my car, and then have someone else come and pull me out of my car, covering my mouth when I press the
The other dude was afraid of
No,
this.
it was a woman.
Oh, the other woman.
And there was 2 dudes also outside. Like,
Wait. There's the guy, the father, a girl, and 2 other
all
people.
people that work for him.
People that work for him. Okay. What does he do?
I don't even want to mention what he does.
Why not?
Just because it's just gonna escalate.
Do you have his information, like a picture, date of birth, full name?
Yeah, but it's just hard because they always like hold it against me, like, oh, you really want to ruin this person, like.
It's not holding it against you if he attacked you.
I know, but it's still like a part of me that's just like, this is my place, Dad. It's hard, you know?
I understand.
It's just like, yeah, I don't want to call the police. I don't want to have to make a police report because you are the father of my child, but I don't really know what to do. So, and they all, like, when I'm trying to call the police, they're like dragging me out of my car and covering my mouth, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do at that point.
No, you did the right thing.
I still feel like I didn't.
And prayers up to Brandy as well. These people have, you know what I'm saying, to have this come out, to have the body cam footage come out years after the fact. And this video, you know what I'm saying, it's already got 100,000 views in a day. And it's only going to continue to go up and up. It's probably going to have 1 million, a couple million by the end of the week. And she has to relive all of that all over again. You know what I'm saying? If she's on the internet. So definitely, you know, praying for her for sure.
I don't know. I'm just worried about the baby. That's all.
And you said they dragged you out of your car?
They
So
tried to.
your car was up there earlier, okay.
They tried to. And as soon as they heard the lady talking to me, they ran. I mean, yeah, all of them ran and took off up that way.
They took the same car?
No, there was 2 cars. One was the woman in the car, and then the other was.
Were they both black cars?
Oh no, there she is right there. Her car must still be up there.
Hey, can I talk to you?
Give me to 100.
How you doing?
Subscribers. This crazy messaging. Crazy messaging.
Can you come down here so I can talk to you?
I understand, like, for the people who are watching this out of the live, you're gonna see the intro that I have, and it says roll the 5K subs. But that's not like what I have in the actual live. This is like at the end of the live. I'm like an hour into the live. Anyway.
Okay, well, you can still come down when you have shoes. Sure.
I don't feel right.
No, I understand.
When I told her I want to leave the lady on the phone, I really want to go. But she's the one that's helping them, so it's just like I don't.
It's crazy because, like she said, she ain't even want to she ain't want to be seen as no snitch. She ain't want to throw dirt on the man's name. He said, who was it? She don't even want to say who it was. She don't want to say his name. She don't want to say what he does because she's still protecting him. You know what I'm saying? Still protecting this public image. She ain't want to have to do this. But it's like, dang, when she starts feeling like her safety's at risk, you know what I'm saying? She a pregnant woman and folks, like she say, allegedly choking, throwing her to the ground to the point where her back scratched up. What is we doing? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? How much longer is she supposed to keep it P? You know, it's just all right. When I get 5,000 subscribers, I'm gonna subscribe to YouTube Red because I had the money for it. Whoa.
She's gonna.
So he didn't like the fact about what's the argument? The child?
The argument is the child.
Yes, but is there anything about the child that you brought up? Like
he doesn't believe the child is his. So.
Okay, where you guys in a relationship?
Where are we in a relationship?
Where are you guys in a relationship?
He's the only person I've been with for over 2 years. So.
Were you guys in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to clarify that part because when you guys are in a relationship, it gets even worse. Okay.
But I wanted to say, you coming here definitely escalated the problem.
Well, yeah, you coming here escalated whatever was before today.
Yeah.
All right. And he knew he was coming, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Give me 1 quick
He
second.
let me know.
Okay. 21. Yeah. So apparently she got in a physical altercation with her baby daddy, boyfriend, really. So he came here. He already knows she's pregnant. She came so they can talk about something, right? And apparently he attacked her. So he, shoved her in the neck. And her car was up there. He has people that he works for. People that work for him. So there was a lady, which I just saw her. The lady dragged her out the car, like covered her mouth and dragged her out of the car, like have a fight. She has bruises on her back. Her neck is red. And the other two guys, I'm not sure exactly what they did, but they did end up leaving in a black car. And she thought the lady left, but the lady was right here. I saw her. So I asked the lady, come put on shoes and then come down here. That's what she wanted to do. So this is where the male lives? Yeah, he lives here. Yeah. Did you ever go inside the home?
They were all waiting outside.
What did the other two guys do? They didn't do anything? Just watch? Okay. Yeah. So, like he just has money and people just talk about. I don't know if that lady was a maid or not.
So it almost seems like he had one of his female workers do most of the physical stuff because he didn't want to get that on his name. To even still keep him clear, he like, all right, I'm gonna just sit. Like when people be like mad at a woman, they're like, oh, I'm gonna get my sister on you, something like that.
This is gonna be. You're not gonna be around. It's okay. She ain't gonna do nothing to you. You know. Well, I'm gonna have to hear what she has to say too.
She said, but I'm gonna have to deal with the fact that you told the police what was going on.
When it comes to video creation,
very, very, you know what I'm saying, understandable. Like being like, I don't want to be.
No, we can talk to together. Might just need a little help questioning. Hello, how you doing, man?
I'm fine.
What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. What did she tell you?
No, what do you want to tell me?
I don't have anything to tell you.
Was she ever up there, parked in there?
Was she ever at the top?
Mm-hmm.
She came up once.
What, inside the gate, correct?
Yeah.
How did she leave outside the gate?
I don't know.
Were you outside when she was outside?
Yeah. She drove her car. When she drive to the gate.
You saw her outside?
Yeah.
All right. The guy who lives here is what's his name?
Huh?
Is the guy who lives here name?
What is her complaint?
Don't worry about it. I'm talking to somebody.
Uh-oh.
What is his name that lives here?
Huh?
What is his name that lives here?
You need to have his name. He doesn't own the house, so.
Man, what is his name? I'm asking his name.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's the problem. I've been in the house with painters. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I manage it.
You manage it.
Mm-hmm.
Who owns the house?
Somebody overseas owns the house.
You don't know his name?
No, the guy.
You're making it hard. You know that, right?
No, I'm not trying to make anything
You
hard.
are. What is his name that lives here?
You mean the guy that owns the house or the guy that lives here? I'm trying to just understand what question you're asking.
So with the lady, what's going on with her? Why does she feel like she had to call police?
I don't know.
She subjected you to. She said that you.
She's not. I don't know. She's not. Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I don't know why she would say that. I'm in there with the painters.
Was there an argument that you know of?
No. I was in there with
I'm not talking to her on the phone.
No, this is somebody else. But no, I was in there with the painters. I was in there with the painters.
Yeah,
and what happened?
And then I came out and the ring was my ring was broken.
Ring camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I know. Because I was in there. I've been in there with construction workers all day.
So you saw her get up there, but you didn't really see how she left?
No, when I
You
looked
nervous in the mud. Look at how she
out the window. When I looked out the window, I seen the gate open.
The guy who lives in the house, was he here today?
Earlier, yeah.
Do you know what happened?
No.
Do you know why he left?
No.
Do you know where he went?
I have no idea.
What's his name?
Whose name?
The guy who lives here.
The guy who lives here or the guy who owns the house?
No habla English.
She should know. She should know.
I'm asking you though.
What is she saying that happened? Because I have no idea.
I want to know a name to make sure it's the same name.
Can you bring me up to speed? What's going on? Because I really have no idea. I'm trying to figure out too because she's out here. That's what I'm saying. She's out here, and I don't really know what's going on. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not asking about that. I actually live here.
And I told you I don't know who owns the house.
I did. Yeah. Who lives here? You know who lives here. You don't want to tell me who lives here.
Hey, yo, this is hilarious.
If you're able to tell me what's going on, you're saying the person that owns it or the person that actually lives here.
Live here.
Okay, so what do we need to know that information for?
Because I'm asking.
I know, but I'm asking you, why do you need to know that information?
Because apparently something happened and I need to know his name.
That's private information.
That's not really private.
I can't reveal that because
you don't want to reveal
No,
that.
I've signed a disclosure, so I can't.
Incorrect. Okay. So
I signed a
why
disclosure.
did this lady say that you covered her mouth and pulled her out of a car?
I didn't cover her mouth.
I know you did. The ring camera works, correct? Or you?
No, she made sure that she damaged it.
So you saw her damage it?
No, I've seen it. I just looked on my thing, but now I can't get
you saw her damaged?
No, I'm just saying it's damaged.
Because was it? Hang up the phone.
The ring camera. It was damaged previous or damaged after. Are we able to see any footage?
I don't have any footage. That's what I'm saying. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I was in the back. I don't know what she's claiming. I know she may have the code to get up there, and then once she comes out, the gate automatically opens for you.
This is private, right?
Yes.
So somebody that doesn't live here damage your property. You want me to report that too?
At the end of the day, I don't know what happened, sir. I want to help you as much as I can.
I understand, but do you want to press charges on her for damaging the ring camera that she does not own?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I can't say any of that because I don't know for a fact, and that's why I'm trying to help you. I can't say anything outside of disclosure, so I can't give any type of information.
What is your name?
Robin.
Robin, last name?
Brown.
Brown. Okay, and you're doing construction here? Sorry, painting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you look like there was an altercation here.
Mm-hmm.
With this young lady and the person who lives here, and I want to just know exactly what happened. She said you were involved, and I want to know from your point of view what happened.
No, I don't know what she was talking about. I came out.
Have you ever seen her before?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the house?
She's come here before.
Okay. In the house, right? So basically, does she have a relationship with the person who lives here?
That's between. I don't know that. That's not something that I can disclose because I signed a disclosure form. So whatever, I can't disclose any information. I'm sorry. That's the thing.
You're hindering the investigation.
I understand what you're saying, but if you've ever had a non-disclosure form, then you would know. If you want to look it up, you would know that I can't discuss anything unless
not even to state authorities or officers, right?
I would have to get my lawyer on the phone.
Okay.
In order to.
Is that your lawyer?
No,
okay,
it's not.
Well, you
but
can
I can
hang up the phone because she's not a part of this.
So that's what I'm saying. Oh, yep, this is both of them.
Give me 1 second.
What the person on the phone is trying to tell me. Before we even go continue, what did she want?
Tap. Yeah, right now she just crying. She don't want to call the police, but she did, and I'm like, I'm right here. And she already got bruises. She showed me. So like, it's like I'm stuck here because of that. I'm not sure what she wants me to do, but if anything, 17.
Well, so it's not anything. Just regardless, it's going to be 17 because
but they're like relationships. I have to still raise DB.
Correct. Yeah. I'm ready to see that.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy,
Oh
and as a
goodness. All right, hold on.
Other than that, the guy's gone.
She doesn't seem like she wants to put any charges on him.
Yeah, but is that his name?
That's what she's telling me. Yeah, she's saying that this is his baby.
They don't have
Either he doesn't. No, I don't think so. This is his baby. She hasn't been with nobody. She said she's been pregnant for 4 months. But he always lived it. No, never lived it. Not to my knowledge. And she just came to whatever. But she said she didn't make it inside the door. She was here. I got into the car, and she tried to leave. There's bruises on her spine, literally, and her neck is red. She's crying. Yeah, I'll ask her what she wanted me to do. You want to get? Yeah, please. Hey, amen.
The police, like telling the police like you was abused, man. Them being like, well, what do you want us to do about it? Is crazy. Probably like what charges you want to press this on.
You come up. Well, you can sit in the car if you want to. I know it's warm in there. You have your ID on you?
Could you use my passport? My ID is probably somewhere between them.
What's your first name? And your last?
You
I didn't hear you.
dual call. You got 23W, then also 54 Piedmont Beach. We are 26 in this area. You can show them though. Okay, you won't see it at that location.
Your birthday? Your phone number? Is this, you have a Georgia driver's license, correct? Mm-hmm. And this is your vehicle, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, what do you want me to do for you? Actually, what is his name?
Well, I have to say, because I don't want to.
She don't want to tell me his name. She don't want to tell you? Yeah. So,
I'm just so shaken up. I can't even think straight. I'm just trying to think of what is really the right thing for me to do right now.
well, he put your hands on you. Well, he put his hands on you, and you're pregnant. And he been knew that for a while, correct?
Yeah, it's just the first time it's happened.
Okay, do you want to press charges on him? No? Or yes? Because if you don't, we can still do a report without pressing the charge, but it's going to just be documented that you called police out here because he touched you or assaulted you, sorry.
Can I eventually, like, if I do decide to, like, when my head clears up, press charges, or would I have to do that?
No, you don't have to do that right now. We can take whatever information you're willing to give right now. We will take that information. If you feel more comfortable coming back, providing that information, then that'll be up to you.
Yeah, I just don't. I feel like I should talk to my mom or have my mom here, so, just ground this situation.
Perfectly fine. What we're probably going to do is, as a supervisor, let the supervisor know, let some investigators know, and then we'll go from there, all right? You got all her information? Yeah. Yeah. Just let me know if you can't read it. I'm going so fast. Can't read it? You say you can't read it? Nope. I got you. Her last name
I got you, Brown. Robinson. Robin or Robinson?
Robin.
Nah.
Man.
So you feel like I have great handwriting. Oh, I was rushing. No, that's she was on there with the painters and the HVAC. Okay. That's it.
You say you have bruise on your neck, your back, and where else? Yeah, I got the neck. For sure. All right, give me 1 second. You can still call your mom here to see what you want to do.
I can't even really feel
I know. Just give me a second, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Right. I'll be in my car, okay?
Woo! That's horrible, man. That's horrible. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's horrible, bro. Like, this is where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? My county. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, this is just a woman, period. This is a woman, period. I hate to see her like that, bro. 100%.
That 23W and that 54 is going to be same call.
And you could tell she really didn't want to do this from the jump. And she didn't want to get to this point.
That's call, welfare check 1968, Peachtree Road, Northwest, please.
Which one you calling?
It's the ER advised.
Yeah.
A white male, a white male about 6'6", 180 pounds, gray pants, khaki shorts, over the pants, a blue shirt, and
Hey, guys. Hey, Sarge. I got called out to like a fight call. All right, so there's a girl here. She's saying that she got attacked by her boyfriend. So she came to the house for whatever reason, I guess, to talk to him. She never made it inside the house. They had an argument outside. Apparently, he put his hands on her neck. Her neck is red. She also tried to leave in her car. And I guess the lady, she's stating that the lady who's working on the house, which is like a painter, she covered the girl's mouth and dragged her out of her car. She has injuries on her back as well.
Who's this girl? Where did that come from?
Yeah, a lady who's working for the guy who lives in the house. So apparently he has 3 workers. 2 guys were just watching.
She went to what car?
She went to her car, the car that she brought up inside the gate.
Okay.
Yeah, so she went back into her car. Her boyfriend's upset, whatever. I guess he told her. She didn't tell me this, but I guess he told the lady to get her out the car or something like that. But the lady put her hands over her mouth, dragged her out the car, and she was trying to call for help. Once she got out the gate, she was able to call police. Now, the girlfriend here, she's over here crying. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't want to give the name. or even press charges. She just want to just like clear her mind and try to figure this out. The lady who she's stating dragged her out the car, I do have her information because she's still here. She doesn't want to answer any questions about who lives in the house because she has a non-disclosure agreement, and she's stating that she didn't put her hands on the girl at all.
Is there any third party? Witnesses?
No, the other two men that were witnesses, they end up jumping in a car with the guy who lives in the house, and they left.
Okay, so she doesn't want to give his name.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is she calling us for?
Hey, yo, like, see, bro, see, here's the thing about cops, bro. It's like, bro, this is, oh my goodness, bro. It's the thing about cops, bro. Like, I just let the footage speak for itself. Y'all see what's going on right now, bro.
Just write this up as a miscellaneous not a crime. If she doesn't want to give the name of her boyfriend and doesn't want anything to be done with it, just put that in the report that you arrived on scene. This is what she stated, but does not want to cooperate, give his name or anything. Is it DV? They live together? Kids together?
Well, she's pregnant with his kid, and
she's pregnant with his kid, so they have kids together. It's DV. Now you gotta do it.
Now I gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Yeah, do it as a DV. Call up DV. Let them know what's going on. We're gonna do it as much as we have. We use that address that they have for. They'll be able to look up his name and stuff and our contact. Get the other girl's information. The one she said drug her out of the car. But I don't corroborating information that she dragged her out of the car. They can make probable cause of warrants.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Put all
What
that
with
information in
Jesus
there.
boot man?
So you got to call up DV at this point because it's a DV case. You really should lead with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
lead with that. We would have saved us some time. All right?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Boston, right?
Yeah, so, oops. You got to raise DV. Let him know the same situation. Write it up. He said, no, I got to do it, meaning I got to put it as a DV on that report. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If every time you see an ad, you just want to, you need to download Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that blocks.
All right. I'm going to just ask her, like, why do you think the lady called? Like, what was going on? Like, she not going to answer nothing.
No. At this point, yeah, I'm not telling you what to do, but
no, you know, it's okay, dude. Like, I just want to know the correct thing.
Raise DV, let them know what happened. 17, and let's get out of here. Because she, at this point, it doesn't even matter what happened because she doesn't want to talk. You know what I mean? It's not even talking to her again because she doesn't want to, at this point, press any charges. And to be completely honest, she's going to be back here next week.
Oh,
yeah, we all know that. Yeah. We all know that.
he said,
I appreciate it, man.
They can, these cops be talking reckless.
It's 8. Yeah, one more thing. I want to double check. Your phone number is? Yeah.
Whew.
Show me social detective radio.
Copy detective. Yes, ma'am. Could you raise 4114? Have them escort the individual downstairs for 26.
4114, I copy your address.
3206 to detective radio. Can you raise DV for me?
DV, copy, check one.
I copy.
DV, contact one.
Okay, it's 3206. I'm out here. I'm out here at 3750 Tuxedo Road. A young lady, she's 4 months pregnant. She said the guy that, her boyfriend is actually the father of her child. They've been arguing for a little bit. She came out here so they can talk. She never made it into the home. She stated that in the argument, he attacked her by putting his hands on her neck, which her neck is red. They had like a full out altercation. The gentleman does have people working for him. There's a lady who's working on painting in the house. The girl stated that she got into her vehicle to leave, and the lady covered her mouth and dragged her out the car. She does have bruises on her back. In the midst of trying to leave, the other two gentlemen that's working for the guy, they all hopped up in one car and left. The lady that she's accusing of attacking her is still on scene. She gave me her name, information, and everything. Stated that that she didn't touch the lady at all. There's a Ring camera, and apparently the Ring camera doesn't work. She think the girl damaged it. I asked, "Do you want me to press charges for the Ring camera?" She's like, "No, nothing's on it. It doesn't work. It doesn't have anything on it." And she just doesn't want to talk to me. She did not want to cooperate by telling me who lives here and everything else.
She ever mentioned what kind of car he drove?
No, she just said a black car.
One that's not cooperating.
He's a Mercedes. It has hazards houses on it.
Oh, okay. Is it black?
It's great.
Okay. Don't act. The lady who's not corroborating is apparently an employee who's working on painting the house, but the girlfriend also is acting like she doesn't want to do anything anymore. She doesn't want to press charges. She doesn't want to give the name of the person. She states that he does live here. She doesn't want to cooperate anymore. So both of the females do not want to cooperate. She's just in a mix of emotions.
The victim's kind of, I guess in between cooperating and not wanting to cooperate.
I'm going.
Just have her identify her child's father, and if the suspects are there that attacked her, and she's not cooperating on that end, then just give her information and put in a report. But just make sure you really notify her child's father. But she doesn't want to, she's acting like she doesn't want to cooperate with the other two. That's fine. And the other people who may or may not have the Ring camera, worst case, we can always get a court order or warrant for that Ring camera if we need to do that. But just identify dad or the child's father. She doesn't want to have the others arrested. Just get their information and document it.
I copy that. I'll be asking for the father's name for the third time, just so you know.
If she's not telling you his name, if whatever she tells you or spells it, even if it's incorrect, just put that in the report. Just say, hey, I asked her 3 times. You gave me 3 different spellings or whatever it is. But we can't go back and forth with her. So just write it up how she's telling you, and that's all we can do with this one.
Okay, and she also states if she's able to change her mind and press charges later.
Yes, she can. Obviously, I'd rather her, help us out now. But hey, we're gonna give her a call. Tell our investigators we'll give her a call, and we'll go from there.
I copy. Your name and unit number, please.
4803, Sergeant Williams.
4803, Sergeant Williams. Thank you.
That was on too young. That was on with DV. You still up?
Hey, firm.
Hey, what's your victim's name?
Victim name will be Brandy, spelled with an I at the end. Alexandra, middle name, last name Marion, Marion.
Okay, stand by for a minute.
Excuse me.
Business taxes was all consuming.
Hey, can you copy a number?
All right, I'm about to skip ahead because we midway through. So pretty much so far, to recap, one of the cops is recommending that they demand the name of Carti because it's DV, because she's alleging that she's pregnant with this baby. Other guys like ask for the name one more time, but if you're not gonna give the name, you mentioned that in the report that you asked for.
Born in 1999, so she should be turning 20. She should be 22 right now. Correct? 1999, that's 23, I believe. Sorry. Yeah. She says she does. Her car is full of clothing, like in the bag, but she gave me her passport, and that's how I got the information. She never provided it.
I'm about to skip ahead. See if they. Okay. So it goes back in a couple minutes.
Hey, Brandy. Hey, what's his name? I can't hear you. Do you really have to tell me? I mean, it would be beneficial.
Because I think I know. I want to wait to press charges.
You want to wait to press charges? I mean, you did call me out here, and I already have footage of your neck being bruised and your back. You called us because you needed help. All right. Now, if we don't want to press charges, that's okay, but at least we have a paper trail of his name on a report, just in case this ever does happen again.
Would I be able to file a protective order?
That will be through the courts for a protective order, yeah. But with protective orders, you would like to have some type of proof that something happened, an altercation, and that's what the report would be for. What does he do for a living?
He makes music.
He makes music? Okay.
This is a part of me that feels bad, but
I understand, but you called us out here. It's not just me working. We have investigators working on this, looking into it, because this is, it's serious. This is domestic violence. We don't want nothing to happen to you later on, and try to figure out who could it have been. Yes, there is the lady that she said dragged her out the car. But that lady does not want to talk. Every time I asked her for a question, she was not giving direct answers like who lives in the house. She didn't want to tell me. She said the person who owns the house is not the person that lives there. I didn't ask that. I asked who lived there. She's like, the person who owns the house is overseas. I said, ma'am, I did not ask that. So it just kept going around. Yeah. We could find out. I just wanted to continue asking her a million times. It's a house that looks perfectly fine on the outside. The lady who did not want to give the person who lives here name, she said, well, first she signed a non-disclosure.
Oh, brother. So serious with this ad too.
Okay.
But she's not telling me.
All right. Yes, investigator. You were about to say something? Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Hey, what's the reason you don't want to give his name? I'm just asking. Personally speaking, I understand.
Personally speaking, they've always made me feel bad for, like wanting to speak up for myself or to get the police involved.
You said they who? No, man.
Her, the people that are always around him.
Well, he pays them, so
yeah,
that's basically what it
they
is.
like implanted in my head, like you're trying to ruin his life. You're trying to take away from your kid. You're trying to, stuff like that, and it's just like, I don't know. It's sad that I'm thinking like this right now, but it's just like
It's just all a mind thing, mindset. They're gonna be the ones that are wrong eventually, obviously, actually, and I mean, if they're doing that to somebody, and when they have it to them, they're gonna realize that.
Especially like if it does get involved in the media and stuff like that, like that.
So this is somebody who's known.
Yeah. You couldn't tell from the house.
The face of that and be like, oh, you're the reason this happens to him. I thought it's a lot to handle, and I just don't know if I can handle
Who's it, little baby?
Oh my gosh. Yo, Cops is so unserious, bro. I promise you, bro. Oh my goodness. Cops is just, All right. This is why the girl ain't want to say nothing.
A lot to handle, and I just don't know if I can handle
Who's it, little baby? No. Is it rap? Is it country?
It's rap.
It's rap.
I don't want to say
What kind of car they left in? A black car. What car was that?
It was just like a black baby. I don't know if it was I don't know if it was Escalade or what is that?
GMC?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Does he have TVs in the back? In the back seat? No, I mean, have you been in the car before? No?
It's not his car. It was, I guess, the people that he was with.
Well, APD been on little baby back, man. Shaking my head.
Give you a name and where does he go from?
So I'm an officer. I'm just taking the report, what you stated. Mm-hmm. When an investigator gets hold of it, they're going to decide what they're going to do if there's enough means to move forward.
And that's if I decide to press charges. They decide.
If you don't want to press charges, I can still do the report, but it just shows that this person did this to you. All right? In case anything does happen to you later on. If you do press charges, then, like I said, the investigators are going to do their work and do whatever they need to do, which is like pull a warrant or something like that.
I don't know that.
I understand that. If you choose not to give the name, at the end of the day, they can still pull a name. It's just making it easier for us to figure out other than going through all the back ends. I already have an investigator. They already know who owns the house. Mm-hmm. Now if the owner's not here, we're going to get contact with the owner or whatever it may be. We can find out who's renting the house. All right? And how can we find that out? Through payment, through stuff like that, right? That's called a paper trail. And that's all this is. This report is just going to be a paper trail in case anything happens to you. Because I don't mess with domestic violence. I watch, it's on YouTube. There's a new one every day. Most likely it just jumped from like 2 times a week. Something like this happens.
I don't mess with it either, but it's just like
Ronnie had
so
15.
When it's you,
Oh,
they
very true,
losing by 30.
I understand that. Don't get me wrong.
Dating situation on top of
How long have y'all been? Oh, you said 2 years. Okay, so when you said it was somebody in the music industry, dating 2 years, do they travel tour? Huh? So it's going to be kind of hard to say dating at this point. It's more like you guys were intimate when y'all had a chance because she's going to be out touring or limited time.
I was with him. So.
Oh, you was with him.
Oh, buddy.
And how do you guys meet?
Social media. Living in the same city too.
Oh, Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta.
Yeah, the cop.
How popular is this person on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, what did he ask?
It really depends.
Come on, man. What are you talking about? What did he just asked how famous is he on a scale of 1 to 10? All right, bro.
On a scale of 1 to 10. How popular is this person?
Come on, bro.
On a scale of 1.
What are we doing, bro? All right.
To 10.
It really depends on the type of music that you might listen to. It could be a 10, it could be a 1. You'd be like, ooh, you know? It really just depends. But later today, if I just like my mind's all over the place. Yes. I want to say later today, if I do want to come and tell you your name, can I do that?
Of course, yes. I'm gonna give you the phone number from the precinct. I can't give you my personal number, but the number for the precinct. You always go down there. We're in Buckhead. I'll give you that on a card. Oh. Yeah, I'll give you that on a card. And honestly, you might not even get to talk to me or the precinct because an investigator is gonna call you. You know, because this is something serious. All right. But if nobody calls, then you call us when you're ready. But you know, it's time of the essence.
Nobody would call today, right? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I'm the officer. What the investigators want to do. No one quick second. Yes, hello? Yep, I already have that for you.
That man, Bronny had 15. Stephen A said he shouldn't even be in the league. It's a mockery. He had 15 points. Regular season. He had 17 in the final preseason game in Golden State.
Georgia Tech, yes.
15. Mm-hmm. Regular season game. They're down by 30.
MAG 835.
MTV is winning.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You want to say something to me?
You're going to say that was him that just rolled by.
No, I think the last thing we're talking about if I call.
He just rolled by in that truck. That was him. Look. That was him, that truck. Where he at?
Yeah.
That was him right there. She looking at it. Look at her looking at it. Oh my goodness. Lord bless it.
Oh, yeah. 1 quick second. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, you can close the door.
Oh, dish soap is.
Jeez Louise. Okay, we almost at the end of the video, and then I'm going to another joint where she was on Instagram Live. See what she was saying there.
Okay. Kick you out?
Now. You got all my stuff now.
Oh, so wait. January to what?
Tip. I want to say.
How long have you stayed here? Have you ever lived here?
No.
You never lived there? You just, what?
Stayed with him. My name was never on the paperwork or anything.
Okay. How long have you stayed here?
I want to say since maybe January.
January. Wait, January to what?
So now you got all my stuff now.
Oh, so today, so now you moved. Or he kicked you out? Yeah. So you lived with him for a year? Okay, you lived in
Well, maybe a little less than a year
little less?
officially, because like I would just come over every now and then, but then now all my stuff is like packed in my car.
Got you. I didn't. Okay, you have suitcases back here. Let me see. Okay, I see you have a suitcase out here, and okay, so he basically kicked you out in a way.
I mean, he sadly has got been kicked out maybe like 6 times in the past now, but officially now I've got my stuff. I got my stuff. He gave me my stuff.
Oh, it's been time. He dirty Mikey. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been time to move out.
You're good. You're good.
What's your Instagram?
Yeah. So apparently she did technically live here for a little bit. What is she? Oh, I can't even say what race.
I can't say what race.
She's saying that he does live here. He's been living here for 2 years. No, they've been dating. Exactly. So, yeah. Oh, Kennesaw. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. So you're not gonna leave right now. She's still looking. Don't worry about it. At this point,
I mean, I might as well make the drive stuff.
no, I have somebody coming out here. They want to come out here. Just ask you or talk to you. Okay?
Oh, someone.
An investigator is coming to talk to you. All right? Usually they probably wouldn't most likely come out, but with certain situations they have to. So they just want to talk to you. All right? It's all it is. Whoever it may be, because we already know. But whoever it may be, yeah, it's the lady's out here watching, so she already is keeping them updated, like, oh, police are still here, whatever. It's already escalated to a point where you probably didn't want it to go, but at the same time, that's how it works. Like when people bring police into something, we can't just pretend like we didn't see what we saw, because it falls back on us. Okay, I just want you to understand that part. So
What do you think is going to happen?
Nothing really. We just want to ask a few questions.
No, I'm not talking about with the investigator. I'm talking to you. Just saying, you just said now it's escalated.
No, I bet you didn't want to, because like you said, you didn't want to tell me his name. You didn't know what to do, right? So what I mean by it's being escalated to a point where you didn't want to escalate it to, most likely I would have took down whatever you told me, the information that you provided, and you would have been gone by now. You know, I meant escalated because I see the lady keep walking around on the phone, so I think she's telling whoever it may be. So that's escalating. That's the escalating part I'm talking about. All right, this is regular.
I mean, his mom is now calling me, like, harassing me, so I'm like, this is too much.
It's okay. How old are you? 23. Yeah, it's all right. Nothing to be. Don't worry too much about it. Okay. Keep the door closed. Just wait.
You don't have no idea what these folks be going through, bro. I'll tell you that. You don't be having no idea. No idea.
Gotta pee.
This man said gotta pee. All right. Anyways, I wanted to see this because I just looked this up, and this is from 3 years ago at Instagram Live. Another ad. I'm in too deep. I ain't gonna lie to you. At some point, you gotta say mind your own business and get out. Dang. Oh, this lost audio. Hold on. Let me get audio back. Was audio always off? It was probably off for the thing. Let me see how I get the audio back. I'm gonna go try to share it again and get the audio back. But in the other one, she wasn't saying anything. She was just talking about.
And this is my niece. And we have our hair straight today.
Yeah, because I wanted my hair straight just like my and,
and her mom is right there.
Yeah, and
that's her mom. And then our my sister right here, her other aunt.
Shira.
Jesus.
Hi,
These folks.
Hi, everyone.
I think I went to high school with her.
We haven't been live in a long
tripping though.
time.
Yes, this is actually my first time going live.
Well, today. I mean, on Instagram. Because we went live on TikTok a little earlier.
Yeah. When we were inside. But now we're outside.
Oh, that's a
and we're
smart
at
child.
the pool. And the pool door was open. So we got in.
Yeah.
Where did they say the thing about
You're
Cardi?
so pretty, Cardi. They say you're so pretty.
Thank you, everyone.
I've been feeling her all day. Her hair is tea. Her sunglasses was
somebody said,
tea.
how's Eve?
Eve is so good.
Y'all are like twins. Eve is doing well.
Eve is so good. I have her name on my necklace.
Yep,
my necklace. And Callie has her necklace.
Right. Yep, and I have this necklace.
And her bracelet.
And my matching bracelet.
Yes.
These are cute.
Yes, girl.
Yeah. And I have my lip
These are cute. I took a lot.
And which flavor is that one?
This flavor is watermelon.
Watermelon.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But I really don't eat it.
Or do you taste it sometimes?
Yeah. Sometimes I lick my lips. It's real good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what else.
Yeah. Look away.
Somebody said LOL.
Yeah, people are can laugh sometimes.
Somebody.
Where is Eve? Eve is not with me right now.
Eve is.
We went to eat and then we're just chilling right now.
Yeah, and then we came back to Brandy's house.
And now the aunties and the mom are taking pictures.
Yep, they're taking pictures together.
And they said 2 pretty best friends. Yep.
Best friends. Yes, family.
We are a sister.
Family. You don't play this.
It's like you asked for Nolan.
What?
I
I have a Jolly Rancher. It's so nasty.
Brandy has a Jolly Rancher and it's blue.
Millions of Americans miss
Bro,
out on tax
where
credits.
do they say anything about this before I just keep watching this, man? I'm literally just trying to figure out what's going on.
And what flavor is it?
You want to get
Thank you.
They put a lot of crying faces. I don't know why. Somebody put a lot of crying. Everyone. What else are y'all going to say? Everyone. What else?
No idea.
Thanks so much.
Where's your sister set from? I have no idea.
Yeah, really no idea. What else are y'all going to say? Everyone. Somebody put a lot of crying faces. I don't know why. Oh, because they're probably laughing at us. Like, why would you be laughing at us? We're two pretty girls. And somebody said 2024.
Yeah. Where did your mom go?
Uh-oh.
They left us.
The comments must have
Guys,
said,
I
where's
really-
Cardi?
Where did she go?
Let me tell him.
What are you gonna tell them?
Like, I really don't know where our mom is. And why did y'all even put that? This is not funny. It's not a game. Okay, come on.
They're right. They're right here.
Anyways, well, that's.
Oh, they should stay over here. They don't want us to come over there. Let's sit in this chair over here.
Yeah.
Callie, remember when you want to read something, just let me know before you can, okay?
Okay, Kayla, I don't need you. You don't want
Anywho, we're just outside.
you want like low, like
Anywho,
I'm gonna take like all the
can I read
I'm gonna do.
that one?
Let's see.
It just said,
It's a lot in the background, though.
No. I'll let you know.
Hey, yo. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. It's not funny. But yeah, if that is true, that's messed up. That's messed up. What it seems like from his fans and the people in the comments. I don't even want it. That's too messy for me. That's too messy. I just wanted to see the thing because they uploaded it the week of his album release and when he was making noise and stuff like that. I didn't really like the timing of the release of it. But to see her shaking up and crying and everything like that, emotional, obviously a traumatic experience for her. I wish the best for Brandy. It's probably I don't even want to speak on people's business. That's too personal. But in terms of just what actually happened, like that's whack. And it's also whack that they put it out now. It's whack all around. Some things I feel like you should kind of steer clear of. But yeah, anyways, my name is Rashad Milligan. I hope you all have a great night. And until next time, please take care of it.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question. Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.